Yeah.
No, we got a lineup in here that's coming home too.
Oh, I figured.
At first, I thought, oh no, there's nothing. They're clear, and then no. But we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 so far. So no, they're jumping in there too.
No, I figured they would.
Yeah, no, they're jumping in there too. So when I get home, we have to go through those. But we do have one nice blue one.
Yeah, that's a nice blue one.
Yeah, I got some pretty blue one. But I think for first thing we need to check in with our in with that one that's in the fires of hell at the moment and see how they're doing.
Okay.
They put all these other guys back here because we got a lot of them waiting.
It just looks like it's still being worked with. I see the cross and Christ and yeah, so it's still just being processed and worked with. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still being worked with. Yeah. A little better though than what it was.
Yeah, it feels like a little. I mean, that's a heavy thing, so it's, I had a flash of it yesterday still being worked with, so it's just,
yeah, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, it's going to take him a while. Hopefully that burning stops pretty soon.
Yeah.
That intense burning. I hope that they're able to, do that soon. Yeah, so we just tell him, if he can rely on that Christ light that's there, he can take it away.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got to let go of it, be open to being let go of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's being absorbed. I mean, I'm not hearing too much from that particular energy. All I'm feeling and seeing is that cross and Christ, and it was so intense. Yet it doesn't feel quite as intense. I mean, hey guys, what's up to?
Yeah, it doesn't feel quite.
No, not quite as much, but it's definitely still needing some intense energy.
Yeah, and if the other Mayan priests can kind of, again, continue to help break through for him, that I think that's the easiest to reach him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Gracias. My toast.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll just let that one sit a while.
Yeah, this is good. He speaks he speaks about as much English as I do Spanish, so this morning's interesting.
So somehow you get, you communicate, so that's good. Yeah.
Somehow we're getting through it, but the coffee's interesting. It tastes like it has a little cinnamon in it.
Nice.
Nice. He tried to convince me it would be good with tequila.
Oh boy. Maybe
no, I don't
not.
think so.
That's an interesting background you have there. A lot of painting.
Yeah, they have an interesting painting on the wall. It's very unusual.
Yeah, I can't quite make out what it is. It feels like it's just sort of an abstract.
It's kind of an abstract, yeah.
Types and things connecting.
It's kind of like mushroom people and a person that's like an arrowhead or something. Yeah, it's very...
got a lot in there to look at, huh?
It's kind of bizarre. Kind of like the work we do. They got one kind of woman sitting there, and she's got 3 heads, and so, yeah.
That's like the work we do.
Kind of bizarre. Yeah, a little out there. Yeah,
well,
not the normal thing that you would
That and
say.
now I see the connection for sure. A little odd, a little but okay.
Yeah, if we tell people what we do, we work
Oh,
with phantasms, we work with the spirits, they'd be going, yeah, right. Okay.
and they come into
You're out there.
rocks and all that. They're like, okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I agree. It is odd.
Exactly.
It is odd. It is strange. Okay, so
Exactly. Wait, I don't know how well we're going to get through today because it's really breaking up on this side. Hopefully it sounds better over there.
yeah, and even if it
So,
breaks up on your side when we do watch it, it does seem to make some. Once the video actually comes up, I mean it's okay. It's not so bad. So I guess we'll just kind of keep at it.
okay, good. Because it's really, really breaking up today.
Okay.
We had this one still left that was processing. So maybe if we can check in on that one and then we're ready to, that's all we have from this side.
Okay. No clue about that one. I don't remember. So
Yeah, I don't remember what it is either. Oh, I know. I think this is the one that was so cut up in the. It's another sacrifice, Mayan sacrifice.
Oh, that was from a while back.
Victim.
Didn't we check in yesterday? Okay, well, I'll just check in and.
Well, just check in and we'll see whatever this one is. We'll find out what they're doing.
Yeah, I think it was that same one. Okay. Okay, I do still get a flash of that imagery of the body, so that's still not completely faded for them.
Yeah.
There's a rope there, and it does have a bit of a tear, so it looks like that maybe they are beginning to loosen up that, whatever, that that was they were attached there and continuing to ruminate on that.
Right.
So it's still, there's some light. It's definitely lighter than that other one, but it's
yeah. It seems like the ones that are the victims come around quicker. They're able to process it quicker than the perpetrators.
Well, I think the perpetrators, at least it feels, would carry a heavier karma in some ways, karmic load. I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to have a karmic load from it for sure. The victims don't have a karmic load from it. They just have to get over the shock and terror of it.
Right.
Shock of what they've gone through. That's going to stay in their vibration for a while.
Right. I think they were more like, I guess you want to say, innocent to it in some ways, and yet they had to endure that. And for whatever reason, who knows what happened in their other lives? I mean, no one can say, but for that particular incident, the perpetrators have all of that, doing those actions, and not, even though they knew it was wrong and continuing in that is just, that's another thing, I think.
Yeah.
That's another, carries a heavy karmic.
That carries its own load. If you're doing something and you know inherently within yourself that it's wrong and you continue to do it, then absolutely you carry the karmic burden of that.
Right. Even if you know it's wrong and maybe you want to get out of it but are scared, I mean, still you're doing it. And I think it's just those actions is what reaps that karmic load, those actions.
Exactly. So they're going to have to feel the pain of what they've caused others. They're going to have to, live that and then have to make some reparations somewhere along the way.
That's the thing. It's another thing. So it is lighter for this being, and I do still see that body. So that, it's getting a little mistier, a little hazier. So they are, let me check in with them.
Yeah, see who's working with them. I think this was the one had an angel that was waiting there for them that was working with them.
Okay, so that must be the light too, some of the light I'm seeing there. Okay, they just are saying they're feeling a little bit better.
Okay.
They don't I don't know if they totally feel the presence of that angel as much as just feeling lighter. So they're not necessarily.
Yeah, so let them know that there is an angelic being there that can help them, but they have to open to it.
Yeah, I did mention if they felt that presence there, and that's when they said no. So I'll just say, um, okay, so I told them that. They seemed to absorb it. They didn't say that much to it. So all we can do is.
See, it's going to bring me some fresh squeezed orange juice.
Nice. Nice.
My breakfast is here, so if you, I will be stuffing my face while we're doing this. So.
Okay, well, I guess I'll do more of the talking then. But
so that's okay. We will leave them then to process. I will put them back away. We might want to check in with our first Mayan, and he's still here with me and with you both. Why is he in both?
Did you want to do that, or just wait for the full moon for him, or check in?
He's barking there and barking over here. I got two barking going. Let's check in with this one, and now let's ask him just why he's in both stones. He's kind of hanging on to both.
He wants to get as much energy as he can.
He wants to what?
Just gather as much.
You broke up there.
He wants to gather as much energy as he can.
Yeah, I'm totally not hearing it at all.
He just likes the energy, so he's spreading himself around a little bit, I guess. Did you hear me?
Oh, he just likes spreading himself around.
Well, he likes the energy, so he's gonna take what he can get, you know.
He's just gonna soak up as much energy as he can.
That's it.
Oh, okay. He can just be that way.
So we'll leave him
That's
there.
okay. Well, I'll put him back in here for now.
Yeah, and on the full moon we can see more or after the full moon or whatever.
Yeah, it's such a bad connection this morning, at least on this side.
I can hear you fine, pretty much, and then it'll come out okay, but you can't hear me so
okay.
well. Yeah.
Well, you're really breaking up a lot here, so we'll see if I can catch what you're saying, because a lot of it is just kind of
Okay.
not coming through at all. So we'll see if we can push through this or not.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
let's move forward into this guy.
Moving forward with someone new. Excuse me. Having some breakfast. Looks like they put the ham in anyway.
I heard you say ham in Spanish, and you said no.
And they put ham anyway, so they looks like it's got ham anyway. That's okay. It's got mushrooms and cheese and I guess some ham, so it's all right.
Okay. So here's the next one. It's a linga.
Oh, the linga, the wild card linga.
It feels like kind of that bigger linga, but it does not feel as heavy as it has sometimes. So that we'll see. Okay, so I do see that linga in my mind. It's got a little more darkness around it, kind of forest green, and then dark and colors around it. Okay, I'm not really getting too much. I'm not getting any answers so far to.
Say not what?
I'm not getting any response right now to my questions of if they have questions or why they came today. Okay, what I am hearing a little bit is that they embody a nature type of energy. A nature type of energy.
Okay.
And because I'm seeing some forest green, and that's what it felt like. It feels like a beautiful, thick, deep forest, you know, very lush. And while I'm speaking, I see a nice waterfall. I'm not even explaining it the way it looks as much as it just feels like in the center of it, this falling water.
Yeah, it's just a very nice nature scene. Yeah.
Yeah. So
did they have a message or something, or?
Well, I'm seeing underneath the water, I do see an image of a body, so I'm just trying to sort out what that is.
Okay.
Or some kind of image. I can't quite make it out. It's, okay, so. And that's kind of spreading out into some expansion. So they're saying there's a message here. I'm just trying to gather it. Okay, they're saying it's supposed to be more a feeling of the non-dual in this imagery, which I'm trying to make out. Okay, so that's just becoming more as light. I'm seeing more like a dark and a light energies coming together as one. And then a heart. And then it says bless. And then it says blessings. So I think it's just more an image, a nice message.
Yeah, it's just kind of a sending their blessings and well wishes to here. So
yeah, it's just a nice message. So we'll move on with that. Thank you. There is another dark stone. Dark stone. Little dark one. Okay, so as I'm looking at that stone, it becomes a really nice, beautiful, rich purple color, lavender. Very nice. In the center is a very light lavender with a lot of light coming off of it. Really pretty. Okay, it feels like maybe more of another message type of thing.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now or no?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of a cone, like a cone or a coming up. In the center, as you go down, is a diamond. Very, very pretty, kind of a light purple, just with the rich, deep purple around it.
Beautiful.
It is. It really is. Let's see. Okay, they're just saying that all is God and to be still. So I think it's just more of a really nice message. So we'll go with that.
Thank you for that. So be still.
No, I wish
Same
I could.
Message. I just heard a bird call I've never heard before.
I heard the bird. It's nice. Really nice bird call.
Yeah, it was a really pretty call. I've never heard that bird call before. Maybe belongs to that really pretty yellow bird that was out here the other day.
Yeah, nice. Get some sound effects in there, which is nice. Okay, so. Okay, from this rock, I just see a long line, like a strip of darkness, but, again, not necessarily bad or anything, just
Right.
a strip of darkness that's leading it almost looks like a tunnel kind of thing.
Like a what?
A tunnel kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you go through this tunnel, you just kind of keep traveling. And you see a light at the end. I mean, you're traveling through this tunnel.
Right, and that's what they usually do when they leave the body. A lot of them travel through that tunnel. So
exactly.
what's their?
Well, I'm traveling through it, so I'll see what happens. Okay, it gets lighter and lighter, really a beautiful light unfolding. And, okay, so after I've gone through it, I see some crystal mountains.
Wow, beautiful.
It's like a crystal city almost, with mountains and a bright sun. I mean, it's like a crystal paradise is what it is. It's like just untouched.
Yeah, it sounds like a beautiful place to be, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks almost like heaven in there. Heaven is what it feels like. It's just pristine. So, and then I'm hearing not of this world.
Yeah, not of this world. Yeah, no, that would not be of this world. That's for sure.
Yeah.
If I find a city like that, I'm moving there.
Well, the thing is, that's right. Hey, I'll hang out here. And it's just, everything is shining with that crystal, shimmer. Okay,
beautiful.
So they wanted to reflect that as a way of speaking to that beauty within.
Uh-huh.
And that you don't have to, I guess it's just more to go within, but to reflect that. I do see this lovely light underneath it, just shining, like this, outward, And bringing that out, trying to bring it outward to others to feel in them.
Right.
Can we hang out here a while? No.
Yeah, we'll just go in there and visit for a while. I'd rather take my vacation there.
I know, I wish I could project these out so others could actually view it too. So that's it. It's just it's held up by, again, a beautiful lotus and white lotus, and what can I say? It's
there are some perks to what you do.
Sometimes. Not always. You wanted the other?
Not always, but you do get some perks along the way.
Yeah, well, it might be just a phase, though, so I'll take it as I come. But yeah, not all of it. So I think that might be about it. I mean, I think it's kind of still just turning into this gold beauty, and what can I say? It's paradise. Thank you so much for that beautiful message.
Yeah, so once again, the message is that you just got to continue to go in the heart and got to continue just that journey. And
yeah, exactly.
Seems like you're going through darkness at a time, for a time, and that you're dying, et cetera, but you do come out the other side, and it is beautiful when you get there. So
exactly. That tunnel really speaks to that, where, there is a light at the end. Keep following that.
Absolutely.
So you got to look at it. You got to be, keep your eyes open to it. Okay.
Exactly.
And again, I'm just a few times just seeing this little rock, and it's there, so sweet. It's got a nice little sparkly lights from it. It's really nice. We're doing pretty good so far today. I am a pure spirit of heart, they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I came to give myself to others. It's nice.
There's a few there that could use it. Seriously, yeah. If they came there for that, there's a few there that are waiting, that are, that are processing, that could really use that right now.
Yeah, so they're flowing out as just this wonderful, pure, graceful presence. I came to say that life is undivided.
Mm-hmm.
And not at all what those in mind feel it to be.
Right.
It's whole, complete.
Right.
And lives eternal. I mean, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. There's only one heart of being, and it's the same within all. It's undivided. It's never actually divided. It just has an appearance of division. Just like you have one bulb and you have a lampshade with many holes, it has an appearance of many lights, but there's really, in the end, only one. Comes from that singular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the exact same message that's being put forward.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of basking in this energy.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's okay.
Hey, I have some perks. Let me take some of them. I get a few here and there. Because who knows what the next one's going to be. Anyway, so... Okay. Okay, they're okay with staying, and if you feel like you need them to have this one to help.
Yeah, tell them, especially the one that those Mayan ones that are going through such hell right now, and the victim and the perpetrator both could really use some light. They both really, really need some light right now.
Yeah, they're really throwing light on that imagery. Really, it's help.
Yeah, they need as much as they can get right now. Help.
Yeah, it's really help.
To pull them out of that.
What I saw was, all that all that was happening, and then when this light came in, it just broadened the light like this.
Right, because that's from the internal of the being, not coming from without. That's from within, so if they can really spark that within, they're not having to go through all those layers of stuff. Not trying to penetrate it from outwards in, it's from inwards out. So they would have much better success.
I hear what you're saying. Makes sense. It's just much more expansive, that imagery.
Yeah, because that comes from within. They have to feel that within, and if they can connect to that within, that single heart, that can help to, expand through and to break through those illusions.
Right, rather than struggling with this is dark, this is light, let me in.
Right.
Inside, and all of a sudden, it's a different. There's more.
Exactly. Because when they get that heart and they get that wisdom within, then they can start letting go of the rest of it and being resistant.
Yeah, this one is pretty potent in the way of just, I mean, I can feel it in my heart too. It really can connect in quickly. So, I'm just seeing a beautiful white lotus. Beautiful. Ah, brings tears to my eyes almost. It's so pristine. So let's, they want to stay. So I'm going to put them over here by these white birds.
Yeah, in the healing, put them in the healing area with the rest of our healers.
Absolutely.
And, absolutely, because that's the best. If you can, you know, if you can cognize that one part of being within yourself, then it starts releasing all the rest of the illusion.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, that white lotus is like, I can feel it, the stem up my body, and then the flower of it is right here in my mind.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Whew. Okay.
Right, it's like it goes through the whole channel of the Kundalini and the whole system, all the nadis, and it's like that one thing that shows Kundalini when it comes up, it blooms.
Perfect.
And the Sahasrara, it blooms through all the nadi system. That's a very typical symbol that they use. That lotus comes up and it flowers. It goes through that system and begins to flower.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful. That's exactly what it was.
So perfect.
Really, very nice. Thank you for putting more, adding more clarity to that. All right. Hey, so far so good.
So far so good. It's really what's been needed. We really need, especially that if they can reach that heart center much more easily, that is a big help.
Right, for sure.
Sure.
Absolutely. Instead of that light and dark struggle, good, bad struggle,
Exactly. That lets go of all the resistance. Once you can feel that, it starts to melt the heart, and then one lets go of the rest of those fears and all the other stuff around it. So
right, and
perfect.
More surrender. Surrender comes forward more. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. A little square.
Okay.
Looks like a little package of something good. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay, so just.
I'll put him next to you.
Yeah, they're both back there. I don't know what they're up to. They're not in here right at the moment. So
they're chasing something. They're barking at something.
Who knows? So I see this little rock in my mind again, which is what seems to be happening today. With some nice light, and instantly there's kind of a crackly fire, and the fire is turning into a kind of looks like a rose, and it's got some energy just coming off of it, just lit up, burning rose. Nice, actually. Wow, I don't think I've seen any. That's very clear. Ooh, can feel the heat of it even. So let's see. The heat of that fiery rose.
Oh, of the fire rose. Yeah.
It's a fire rose with energy or smoke coming off of it. Wow. Okay, so I am hearing the phenomena needs to go. The attachment to phenomena.
Right.
So that,
right, and a lot of people. That's why we don't have anybody doing third eye stuff, because that's the way that they develop a lot of extra phenomena that doesn't need to be there. That's why we don't give that practice in the third eye.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Because boy, that can go on
because
forever.
You can get attached to so much of the phenomena, and oh, look what I see. It's like that one. What's the name of that one sadhu? That one, and he wrote the book, and all he talks about is all his phenomena.
Oh,
and people are so gravitating to that.
Is it the
but
the
that's
blue
not
eye?
it.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Right.
Yeah, all these realms and all these different things. You don't need to go there. You don't need to go through all these different realms. You can go straight into the heart of being and find that ultimate truth.
Exactly. So what I'm seeing is that rose kind of being burnt to ash as a way of saying, I mean, it is beautiful indeed, but that phenomena needs to go. And there's the sun, then there's the light, there's the ground. The ground.
Right.
That's grounding, and the other two is ungrounding, as you talk about, where people get so attached to the phenomena and realms, and that just it just can actually, really make you so ungrounded. You just, not can get really out of it. So.
You can be wandering for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of endless stuff and never get to the goal. Because the mind can create unending phenomena.
That's it. I do kind of see an image of a ghost there reflecting, almost like that's just ghosty. That's not like a phantom mist or
Right.
something, That's not what you want to be
Not
gravitating
it.
to.
Right. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
It's an illusion. It's not the reality, but you can create as much illusion as you want. And it's just another movie.
Right, and the mind is very creative, so that's the thing. So I do see that, like I say, then the ground is reflected as that's the non-dual is what remains. That's the strength, the core, and the balance, and all that comes from that. So you want to go to the original. You want to go to the original, the origin of the whole thing, I guess.
Right, and then after that, if you want to enjoy the play, play, whatever.
Yeah.
Then it becomes the liberated play. Once the mask is off, then you see it for what it is.
Right, and so then it's a whole nother thing entirely.
Exactly.
So
then it becomes play. It doesn't become another phenomena.
Yeah.
Woo.
Exactly. Like, look at me, look what I can see and do, and how neat this is, because it's not a game. It's, you can play it if you want to, play it how you want to play it, but it's just will bring you somewhere else, away from truth. So we'll say goodbye to that one.
I'll finish, yes.
Okay, and then we got,
my big lunch juice this morning.
Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we're on to the next one. That one was a nice message, and we're just going to move on to this one now.
That was a very good message. It seems like that the red moon is coming, and all the messages are coming right now in support of it.
Which is so nice.
For the next big push.
As you're speaking too of the moon, I do see that moon. I see it very big in my mind right here, and then below it is like a triangle, like some pyramids, triangle pyramids on both sides, and then one here, and then that moon. I don't know if it's connected with this stone, but let me see. Okay. It does seem to be imagery that particular energy may have been transmitting. Okay, they're just wanting to reflect that moon and its cycles as well. And
right.
It's that moon is an imagery, and again, I hear all the time, it's an imagery of time in one way. of time and its phases, and yet in the other way, in terms of it with its fullness of that completion.
And yet it's what?
So it's, in one way, with its phases, it's a reflection of time, the moon. In another way, that fullness is a reflection or a symbol of completion. Can you hear me okay?
Right.
Completion.
Yeah, I just got that part.
Okay.
It's been cutting out really bad for the last few minutes, but I got that part, that the fullness is a reflection of completion. Yes.
Right. And the wholeness, whole, WHOLE, wholeness.
Right.
Of being. And it's just getting big and like a big super moon in my mind. So it is a super moon that is coming, and the blood moon. I'm just asking what the imagery of the triangles or the pyramid type shapes are about, So I don't know, it has to do with some kind of holding of energy and grounding.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of the bottom of it is a good grounded, but it's the way the energy directs is it's concentrating the energy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like being grounded. The two sides on the bottom are grounded, but it really kind of concentrates that energy in a singular direction.
Yeah, exactly. So together they really work in harmony as balance, So that's kind of, the reflection there. Okay, they're saying the full moon is a blessing from Spirit.
It kind of, I don't know why that one Bible verse popped in. If your eye be single, then how great is the light? It's the same thing, like that concentrated, just one pointed effort, just singular effort. Yeah.
One pointed, how perfect is that? And the way you put that with the pyramid shape, the one point, see the moon and the moon. It's just very nice. Good.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Masonic symbol. They think that they have the pyramid with the all-seeing eye on the top of it. If your eye be single, that your energy is going to be fully directed.
Perfect. And that eye is open. That eye is awake. That's just right. Let's see if there's anything else they want to say. So they're saying within that imagery is the cosmic flow of the divine. Yeah, so it can flow. It can flow that way. It can flow rather than being blocked into this or that. Right.
The energy is totally directed towards where you want to be. Right. Exactly. Instead of it dissipating outwards to other things.
Yeah, it keeps a flow, a channel or something, a channel to that. Grace. Yeah, because as you're speaking, are you still there?